Hello guys and welcome back to my Lorethrough series. Today we'll discuss the Siofra River well and its bosses. How did you guys feel when you first took this elevator on your first playthrough? It was definitely one of the most memorable moments from mine, watching it just keep going and going, realizing there is another whole world below the already massive world above. We arrive in front of what looks like the ruins of a temple of an ancient naturalistic civilization. This civilization is called the Ancient Dynasty. The first enemies we encounter on our way through these ruins are the Claymen, some of which wield spears and some of which cast bubble sorceries. The description of those sorceries, which we can find nearby, tell us that they served as priests in that ancient dynasty, and searched for lost oracles within their bubbles. Going up another elevator takes us to a much larger open zone, the Ancestral Woods. Here we have to light a total of 8 fires on those obelisks, while fending off against ancestral followers trying to kill us with their bows and weapons that are made of bone. While exploring the forest, we see several other major underground structures in the distance. Will we be able to explore some of those one day too? We may also climb up this pillar and find a portal. This portal takes us to an elevated zone of the area that has a Dragonkin soldier protecting Marika's scar seal. The Dragonkin soldier here is currently too strong for us on paper, so you might want to leave him for later on your playthrough. But I'm gonna take him on now, since I also want to talk about him. The dragon halberd it drops is imbued with both ice and lightning, and tells us that these Dragonkin soldiers, who attempted to become immortal dragons, never actually achieved that immortality, instead ending up as decrepit, pale imitations of their skyborn kin. A very familiar theme if you've played any of the other Souls games before this. It's not quite clear why the Ancient Dynasty, or potentially another faction, would try to create their own dragons, but perhaps we will find out more about this subject in the future. In the same way, it's not quite clear what Marika's scar seal is doing here. These seals represent the lifelong duty of those chosen by the gods. So my guess is the owner of the seal was chosen by Queen Marika in the same way the hero of Zamor was chosen by Radagon. But this one likely died to the Dragonkin soldier long ago. Back in the Ancestral Woods, we can climb up this ladder and follow a path to a very hidden abandoned merchant who sells, among other things, stone sword keys that we will need later in this area, and the recipe for oil pots, which we will, spoilers, need at some point much later, so we buy those. Continuing to the northeastern part of the woods, we find a golden seed. Then we have ancestral followers snipe us with stronger, magic-infused arrows, and collect the clarifying horn charm next to an elevator that requires 2 stone sword keys to unlock. Sadly, this elevator takes us to Caelid, and as said before, we do not want to be in Caelid yet. So I guess I kinda lied about those stone sword keys. Oops. The ancestral followers believed that the horns of a long-lived beast continued to bud like antlers over and over again, until the beast one day becomes an ancestral spirit. This is what the clarifying horn charm tells us. And such an ancestral spirit is exactly what the boss is. Beautiful atmosphere and music here are a nice change of pace from the rest of the bosses we've faced so far. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. Otherwise, tell me how to improve these videos in the future. We're finally prepared for Stormveil Castle, so you don't want to miss the next episode. It'll be quite a big one. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.